Time for the Dead Good match now, and it's another featuring this week's striker, Keegan. He's one of 12 forwards from our archives that we're focusing on week by week and asking you to vote on. Just check the schedules for the show, log on to deadgoodsport.co.uk to have your say via email, and if we can use it without falling foul of the obscenity regulations, you may well see it on screen. There's also the added incentive of prizes to be won. Next week's striker, by the way, is Cyril Regis. We'll be devoting a whole show to the former West Brom and England striker at 10 next Monday night, with repeats throughout the week. This week's striker, though, as I say, is Keegan, and here he is in action now for Newcastle against Rotherham.
A sellout crowd of 37,000 Geordies have come to pay homage for Keegan's 500th and last ever game in the Football League. His remarkable career, which began in the unfashionable setting of Scunthorpe in the 4th Division, has since taken him to glory with Liverpool, with Hamburg, Southampton and finally here at Newcastle. He's won just about every major honour in the game and has thrilled supporters wherever he's played. And fittingly, Keegan bids farewell on a successful note, because he's helped this Newcastle team to win back a place in the 1st Division after an absence of 6 years, and to win it back in style, scoring 82 goals along the way. Keegan takes his usual place as captain, despite the head injury which forced him to miss his only game this season at Huddersfield on Monday. But at this stage last season, Brighton were still in the 1st Division themselves and were looking forward to appearing in the FA Cup final. But since then, no fewer than 5 of the team which went to Wembley and lost and suffered relegation have all left, along with former manager Jimmy Melia. The new man, Chris Catlin, has done a sound job of rebuilding, and today feels an attacking lineup because he says Brighton want to play their part in making Keegan's farewell a memorable one. Very many presentations that will be made to Keegan today. Everybody wants to say their goodbye to truly one of the most popular players ever to grace the English game. So Brighton kick off this historic match, and as you sample a quite unique atmosphere here at St James's Park, you wonder how British football, let alone Newcastle United, will ever replace Keegan. The referee is Ken Walmsley of Blackpool on a quite glorious day, fitting for the occasion. The early free kick played in towards Connor, but Kevin Carr firmly setting Newcastle, who are attacking from right to left, underway with Truitt. The pitch green and in perfect condition. Newcastle in the famous black and white stripes. Brighton in blue shirts and white shorts. Truett's interception. And this is Gatting, but the free kick given for the challenge by Ryan on Truett. Wharton's kick. Sliced out of play by Mark Jones for a Newcastle throw. Wharton moving into good space here, but the ball played just too far ahead of him. McDermott, though, instead, and didn't really catch the shot cleanly. So McDermott would dearly love to round off his fine season with a goal as well. Roeder up well. Keegan wanted to do everything today. Took the throw, wasn't a very good one actually. Case intercepted. And now here's Beardsley. Wharton rather, chipped in towards McDermott, a lovely ball, and back towards Wharton. Oh, and Case's presence just put Beardsley off the shot. It's a fine, brave challenge by Hutchings too on Anderson. McDermott in. Pearce with the clearance. Alan Young. Carney's header. McCreary back towards Roeder, just taking the heat out of the situation. Good play by McCreary. Now here's Beardsley. Turn forward for Keegan. Pearce did well. Graham Pearce, his third game in a row after being out for some 5 months. Oh, Gatting played it straight against Beardsley. And the referee says play on, or, well, to the consternation of 37,000 Geordies, he in the end decided that it was the Newcastle player who had been the aggressor. Roeder intercepts. Alan Young is big and strong and will make it hard for these men at the back to settle. Jones. Ryan. Turned forward by Wilson. Jones being forced to turn. Wilson again. Connor wants the cross. And Hutchings coming in from the far side too. But Carr took it cleanly. And Waddle set free. Dermott's with him on the right. Here he is. Back again for Waddle. Fine ball. And a good block. Just in the nick of time, too, by Connor, of all people, who'd come an awful long way back from the edge of one penalty area to the other. Corner quickly taken. Eric Young away. Keegan. Well, it dropped to him. And momentarily, he got the shot wrong. Tight angle, of course, as it dropped there for Keegan, and the smile on his face, an admission that not the best shot of his career. Alan Young. This is Jones. Ryan getting in round the back of the defenders here, but Roeder is a composed footballer in those situations. Wharton. McCreary. Here's Truick. Jones tackle. It's very competitive in midfield. Case did well. And Anderson quick enough. Eric Young trying to keep one eye on Keegan and the other on the bouncing ball. Keegan twisting and turning him always and finding Truick. Rhoda. Look for McDermott. Heading never been one of Terry McDermott's strong points, he would agree. Here's Waddle. Funny shot. Good save by Corrigan. And Waddle again. Away by Connor, but only as far as Beardsley. Can he finish? Corrigan got down again, so did Eric Young, and in the end it scrambled for a corner. But it was the shot by Waddle which started all the danger, firmly struck, and Corrigan made a very good save. Here's Beardsley. Well, somehow he came out with the ball. Alan Young took it off him. Now Jones. Ryan. Good challenge that was by McDermott. Here's Case. Wharton intercepted, which is what he did because Alan Young was in a good position on the right. An enormous kick by Kevin Carr, but Pearce was right underneath it. Anderson now for Newcastle. The crowd willing this goal. Keegan, Beardsley, Waddle. It's hit the post and Keegan! He's done it! Courtesy of the upright, Kevin Keegan has signed off with a goal. That's what the Geordies wanted. Keegan gets his 28th goal of the season. He it was who helped it on to Beardsley. Waddle's shot tipped against the post. Keegan on hand to snatch it. 1-0 to Newcastle United, and the fairy tale ending is on its way to being complete. In his 500th league game, Kevin Keegan scores his 171st league goal. And a fiction writer could not have bettered this. Kevin Keegan, who first played league football 16 years ago as a 17-year-old, helping Newcastle into the league, and Waddle's shot it was that really produced the opening. Wilson. Good strong player, Danny Wilson. And Jones. Truick across to cover. Alan Young overhit the return. Here's Keegan. Good ball, Beardsley. Truick on. Waddle chasing it. Pearce missed it. Waddle perhaps went the wrong way. He put inside. Clear route to goal. Here's Keegan. Spreading play superbly to the right for Anderson. McDermott. Beardsley. Truick. One touch too many wanted perhaps, but here's Waddle. That was a fine ball to him. Waddle curls it in. McDermott up. And a claim for handball. McDermott, who was on the far post and rose to head that Waddle cross downward, claimed that Connor handled it. It's a throw in though. Beardsley. McDermott again. Hutchings is with him. Oh, good play. The cross beaten away. McCreary battling with Wilson to get it back. Carney turning it forward again, but McDermott was offside. Carney fouled Alan Young. Here's Case. Shot blocked. Jones pulled it back towards Wilson, but McCreary spotted it. Case again, though. Good ball for Eric Young. Beardsley challenges him and wins it. But Eric Young is a determined young man. Jones forward. Roda's header comes to Wilson. And Connor unmarked on the far side of the area. Brought it down well. Ryan is there, and Alan Young, and Connor again, and still Ryan. Now, did that cross the line? What total confusion. The Brighton players are claiming that Ryan's shot crossed the line when it came down off the bar, but the referee has said play on. Absolute confusion then. Connor and Young involved in the build-up, and when the ball finally came to Ryan, his shot whacked against the underside of the crossbar, bounced down and away. Meantime, Pearce is being cautioned for that tackle on Kevin Keegan. Anderson. There's Carney. Keegan. Couldn't stay in for McDermott. Alan Young up well. Ryan wins the throw. Wharton's clearance. Keegan, superb control on the chest, takes the return ball from Beardsley. Around Young, and again, Young impeded him. Beardsley's played on, but the referee had whistle and then allowed play to move on because Newcastle were in possession. And here's Keegan again. And chose the more difficult route, and it came to nothing. Roda. Here's McDermott. Waddle on the right. Good ball, McDermott. Keegan's in the middle. Well, all the fans around me thought that was handball. But then again, they're all wearing black and white scarves. Connor battling away with Wharton. Case for Brighton. First time ball, a good one. On it goes towards Ryan. And what a mistake by the defender. Roda slipped as the ball was played in by Alan Young. Ryan had the easiest job of all to slot it into the net and bring the score back level again. Newcastle won, Brighton won. Roda admitting that it was his mistake, his slip, which opened up such an easy opportunity for Jerry Ryan. Newcastle won, Brighton won just a couple of minutes before half-time, and that has dampened the enthusiasm, rather, of the majority of people at St James's Park. But Brighton have said all along, whilst they don't want to spoil Kevin Keegan's party, they are intent on playing their part in the match too. And of course that's exactly what they've got to do, as Jones brings down Truick. Truick, there's Keegan, Beardsley, hit him on the foot, and Eric Young intercepted. Interesting that Jerry Ryan should get that goal. He's the only survivor from the Brighton team which won here back in 1979, and that was a game which saw them clinch promotion to the First Division. Case. Alan Young. Keegan, forward by Truick for Beardsley. Now he's got pace and skill, this lad. Perhaps taking it too far wide, but there's plenty in the middle for him. Eric Young really sticking to it and making it hard, and Keegan arrives to help. Wilson's tackle, Connor. Alan Young plays it straight back to Case. And Brighton coming out of their shells. Hutchings. Forward for Alan Young. Loader across to cover. And that's a goal kick. No, in fact, it must have come off the Newcastle man. The referee looked away and has given the throw-in to Brighton. Hutchings. Offside. Case. This is Rhoda, Keegan, McCreary, and now McDermott. Beardsley's layoff to Keegan, and a lovely 1-2. Beardsley again. No, it bobbled just as he was about to strike it. The fine example of the understanding that Peter Beardsley and Kevin Keegan have created. Beardsley, who came from the American club Vancouver. Keegan has really helped him to develop into an outstanding player. Walking forward, Keegan will chase this and gets in behind Eric Young, and the first time shot, typical of the lively nature of Kevin Keegan's play. But Corrigan, who's played quite a few games himself, was right behind it. That's half-time, and Kevin Keegan gave this sellout 37 crowd what they wanted with that goal after 22 minutes. He's been lively, effervescent, he seems to have enjoyed it. They certainly have enjoyed his contribution. But Ryan, 4 minutes before half-time, spoiled things a little as far as the first half is concerned by scoring an equaliser for Brighton. But he only spoiled it for Newcastle. Brighton are in this game yet, and with a vengeance. It could go either way in the second half. 1-1 at the interval. So Keegan helps to set Newcastle underway in this second half with that one-goal lead. Typical swirling wind has rather spoilt this, being the spectacle that everyone had hoped for, so far anyway. Newcastle, remember, already sure of promotion to the First Division. They made that so with a draw at Huddersfield on Monday, and beaten Derby 4-0 here last Saturday. Here's Wharton. Keegan's header. Beardsley on. McDermott beaten by Pearce. Here's Case, who's playing well for Brighton. Voted their player of the year by Brighton supporters. Wilson. Jones on the right. Straight at Wharton. Here's Truick. Jones is right behind him. He's got nowhere to go, really. Good calm play, though. He's going to get to Roda. And now McDermott. Wobble. Anderson. Saw Keegan, but the kick not strong enough to reach him. Case for Brighton. Connor. Hutchings forward. And again. Anderson stretching to get there before Ryan, and does so. And found McDermott. Anderson again. Well, having done a very difficult thing rather well, he did a very simple thing rather badly. And Connor to profit. Alan Young. And the foul by Beardsley on Case. Gatting's free kick. Wharton have got it clear. And throw in. Alan Young tried to touch it on, but Roda got in ahead of him. Beardsley clear. Gatting. And a good ball. Keegan wins it. Truick. Keegan again. On for McDermott. Pearce covering. Oh, another good ball. This is Jones. The referee let the play go on after that McCreary tackle. First time ball into the centre, and it was Beardsley who arrived late but clashed with another player, as it was Case in actual fact, as the ball came in. If anything else, it must have been a painful collision. Wharton. Wilson intercepted. Beardsley. Keegan takes over. Truick. And it comes again to Keegan. And a fine cross to Wobble. Oh, yes! Keegan proves, as he has done so often through his career, he's not just a scorer of goals, he's a creator too. An immaculate twist and cross by Keegan from the left. And how well Wobble rose to head it in off the foot of the post. So Keegan scored one and made one for this boy. And Newcastle are back in front, 2 goals to 1. Wobble's 18th of the season. A lovely moment of high skill from 2 fine players, one of whom is ending his career, another in the case of this young man Chris Wobble, who's just beginning what could be an outstanding career. Scored the only goal back at Brighton in December. He's been a great success since coming from non-league football 3.5 years ago. And Keegan has brought the best out of him, as he has so many of these Newcastle players. Connor looked to be offside, but the referee said play on, and he ought to have scored. A Well, there's anger, an argument between Newcastle defenders. It certainly looked, as the ball slipped between Roeder and Carney, that Connor was in an offside position. The flag stayed down, he went on and hit his shot wide. An enormous kick by Kevin Carr, completely missed by Gatting. Keegan tried to feed Beardsley. Crowd are quite happy for him to be greedy today. Connor, Young is offside, yards offside, and it hasn't been given. Case. Ryan is free. Oh, well, that was rough justice, really, because in the build-up to that attack, Alan Young looked to me to be yards offside. Case. And Gatting. Here's Ryan. Connor. Gatting. Eric Young to Connor. Jones. Ryan's flick. Here's Wilson for Brighton. On towards Alan Young. Difficult for Anderson here. We got in a mess. Alan Young has turned and appealed. And gets the corner. But confusion then between Anderson and Kevin Carr. Although really it was difficult in a swirling wind with such a high bouncing ball. And Alan Young won the corner. Oh, it's Connor! It hit the upright and it's turned back and Gatting turns it wide. Well, that really ought to have been the equaliser again. That corner floated over towards the far post. Connor getting up so strongly, it hit the woodwork, came back, and Gatting from close to goal hit his shot wide. Keegan at the other end. Gatting forward. Young up strongly and was fouled by, or a foul I should say, Roeder. Well, it's certainly been an eventful second half. There's quite a lot of it to go. Beardsley. Wharton. Keegan. Here's Beardsley. Anderson on the right. Needs some help, really. Beardsley arrives. Beardsley again going well. And look for Keegan. And here's McDermott. Yes! But the referee has ruled it out because of offside against Terry McDermott. And the celebrations quickly cut short. What lovely football that was by Newcastle. Inevitably, Keegan at the heart of it. Beardsley found him with a lovely ball. Keegan's layoff to his old pal Terry McDermott, who joyfully hit it home, but offside. Ken Walmsley, the Blackpool referee, is not the most popular man on Tyneside just now, but he's not here to win popularity. And he adjudged McDermott to be offside and can smile at the irony of it all. He can't. Perhaps he can. Connor for Brighton. What a lively second half. Jones. Good ball, Case. There's Pearce. Connor. Wilson shot. Alan Young. And now Hutchings just can't get it clear here, Newcastle. And in the end, it was Waddle who won it back. And a fine ball too. Beardsley. Eric Young just held his ground well. Exciting football. And perhaps at the other end, an example of some of the defensive frailties which have made one or two judges fear for Newcastle's goals against column next season in the First Division. Well, somewhat similar, I think, to Chelsea. There is no doubt whatsoever that they can and will, I'm sure, even in the top flight, score goals. Here's Truitt. Case. Jones. Wharton's challenge. Ryan. Jones again. Wilson. Eric Young. Beardsley challenging him. He finds Jones. In towards Alan Young. And Carr was in the right place. But in any case, Alan Young was said to have pushed the defender. Alan Young, who obviously said something to the referee, will become the second Brighton player to go into Mr. Walmsley's notebook. Graham Pearce was the other. So a foul on Keegan. Waddle's header. Pearce. Waddle. Prepared to try anything. Cleared by Gatting. Carney's header rather wasn't a good one. And here's Case. Parry going in. Wilson's layoff. Here's to Jones on the right. He's done well. Beaten 2 tackles and a very good ball too for Wilson. Alan Young. And that would have been some goal. And it was really made, or at least the opportunity was made by Mark Jones with that very fine run. And a good ball too to feed Wilson on the right. Good looking cross, and Alan Young with time could only head into the side netting. "15 minutes remaining then, Newcastle leading by 2-1. Keegan with a lovely header to Beardsley, and Pearce was in exactly the right place. But here's Keegan again, another superb ball. Pull back. Beardsley knows, but as it was pulled back to him, he was in the ideal position. But got his shot wrong. But Keegan with a lovely through ball to set up another opportunity. And as it was pulled back, Beardsley's shot went wide. Anderson's header. Pearce. Smiley gets his first touch for Brighton. And Pearce. Oh, Carr coming and made up for his own defender's error, which very nearly carried the ball towards Alan Young. Gatting beating Keegan. Eric Young away. Wharton's header. And Jones finally gets it away. And how this crowd would dearly love to see Newcastle score a third and Kevin Keegan get it. There's 6 or 7 minutes to go. They lead by 2 goals to 1. Case gets it clear. Wharton underneath it. Young beating him. Here's Smiley. Through it now for Newcastle. Beardsley and Keegan. Little back flick for Waddle. Poor ball. Gatting for Brighton. Alan Young getting in. Smiley got in behind the defenders. Anderson to Waddle. Case intercepts. Waddle, who's visibly tired in the later stages of this game, contriving to get the ball away then. With a spectacular attempt to clear, but it drops for Beardsley and Keegan, and Beardsley again, and Beardsley still. Oh, magnificent! What a great goal by Peter Beardsley! And that is rounding it off in style, and Kevin Keegan would have been proud of that one himself. What a great goal! Everyone in this ground are on their feet. Beardsley showing magnificent skill when it looked as though the chance had gone. Keegan fed in. Eric Young with the tackle. It looked as though it had gone away from him. What presence of mind he showed to just lift the ball over Joe Corrigan and into the net. Well, that's one of the best goals I've seen for a very long time. Newcastle 3, Brighton 1. A memorable goal from Peter Beardsley. And if anyone has to wear the mantle of Kevin Keegan when Kevin Keegan finally departs from St James's Park, it could be this boy Beardsley. This massive crowd celebrate a great goal and another win. 36,415 here. The average attendances at St James's Park have been around 30,000 this season. Kevin Keegan has helped to bring them back into this famous old ground, and players like Peter Beardsley hopefully will keep them coming next season in the First Division when Keegan has gone into retirement. The perfect ending to this game. Well, perhaps it's not over, because here goes Keegan again. A breathtaking goal by Beardsley. This is Carney. An enormous kick by Carr. Keegan's chasing it. And a great sense of excitement around the ground now. Just a couple of minutes remaining. Newcastle, you can be sure, have got their 3 points. Kevin Keegan's got his goal. But the crowd have got now their opportunity to salute this little man who's breathed life back into this great old club. McDermott. Keegan. McDermott again. Newcastle's throw. Tremendous atmosphere now. Black and white scarves everywhere you look. McDermott's cross. Corrigan collected with ease. And the scarves are being waved all around. And Brighton, who played their part in making it a competitive and an enjoyable match, still going forward. Rhoda, Wharton, and cries
cries of Keegan, Keegan, ringing around St James's Park. They've had some great heroes down the years here, but even Jackie Milburn was telling me before the match that as far as he's concerned, there's been no one bigger than Kevin Keegan in terms of what he's done for this club. Keegan is now into the final minute or two of his Football League career, and in typical style, he's guided Newcastle United to another win. And of course, he's guided them to a place in the First Division as well. Beardsley. On it goes towards Keegan. Well, it's getting, got it away. They're into time added on for stoppages. And an emotional moment in the life and times of Kevin Keegan and British football, just seconds away. As McDermott wins it back for Newcastle. Everyone crying the name of Keegan, Keegan, reverberating around the stadium as Brighton go forward in search of a goal themselves with Smiley. Wilson in towards Alan Young, climbed well, and it was McCreary who got it clear. Keegan is in the centre circle, still wanting the ball, even in the final few seconds of his career, personifying his enthusiasm, his willingness to help others, and his total involvement in the game. And the crowd have only one name on their lips. It's this man, Keegan. Getting for Brighton, leading the counter-attack. Ryan on the right. The crowd have forgotten the game now. They're just providing a fitting farewell to Kevin Keegan. Rhoda back to Wharton. Off it goes towards Keegan. Case gets there first, and that's the final whistle and the final chapter in one of the most remarkable and moving stories in English football history. Kevin Keegan, after 16 years and 500 league games, has rounded off his career in the style which literally made him the hero and the great player he is. Everyone in St James's Park standing to applaud their congratulations. The Brighton players going to shake Keegan's hand, and the Newcastle players too, playing their part in these scenes of great emotion. Everyone in the stand on their feet now. The photographers, as usual, surrounding the little man with the familiar number 7 jersey. And Kevin Keegan, who's graced the game, says farewell. I'm sure there will be more scenes and another lap of honour from Kevin Keegan. But as far as league footballers concerned, that's the end. The match ended in a 3-1 victory. Keegan scored a goal, made a goal, and had a part in a quite magnificent third goal scored by Peter Beardsley. Ryan getting one back for Brighton. The full-time score, Newcastle United 3, Brighton 1. The crowd being urged to stay on their places on the terraces because there will be a final lap of honour from Kevin Keegan before he says what I'm sure will be a tearful farewell. There's no way he's going to change his mind, is there?
Well, it's only fools who's tried to persuade him to change his mind, because obviously people who don't know him would try and do that, but all his career, that's made him what he is, the fact that he's very, very single-minded, and no one will change his opinion.
I suppose the only regret I've ever had in football is that they never saw me at my peak. I would have loved to have played here at my peak. You know, I mean, I'm just a little bit over the top now.
Yeah, you've always said you're unemotional, but there were tears at the end, weren't there?
Yeah, well, it's never, you know, it's difficult when people are so nice and you realise finally it's come to an end. You know, it's so easy to say it when it's actually there and it happens, you're bound to cut up a bit, seeing my family up there and that. But life goes on. I'm just very grateful for everything football's given me and my family, and I hope whatever I've given Tyneside, and you know, praise has been showered on me this last few weeks, it's given me 100 times as much. It gave me a boost when I needed it most after the World Cup, and I just thank the people up here, and I hope I'm always their friend. I can tell them one thing, they'll always be my friends up here, you know. I thank them very much.
Well, great, Kevin, and on behalf of everybody on Match of the Day, thanks very much for all the pleasure you've given us as well.
I'd like to win match goal of the month with that one if I could. I've never won that.
Peter Beardsley might just have an argument with you there.
What a goal. Yeah, well, maybe you could cut that one out or something, and then, even then I don't think it'll win it. But I thank you very much and everyone for the way they've been to me. Thank you.
Well done.
Been great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, Kevin.